Press the right button. Yay! Always a good thing to do. Welcome back to the Retro Stream Retro Commanders. Refugees from the 70s, 80s and 90s, probably mostly. And welcome back to Saturday morning cartoons, where exciting things happen. Well, occasionally. We'll see how we do. Because on last week's exciting episode, Drew retraced his steps back to where he started. And that was kind of it, wasn't it? So we'll find if anything more interesting happens today. But in the wonderful world that is X Beyond the Frontier, where we traced our steps all the way back to the beginning of the frontier. But there we go, never mind. Right, so welcome one and welcome all, and welcome first to Coded Steve, first time chat. Welcome to you, Coded Steve. Let me do the thing because it's always good to have folks on. So welcome to Saturday mornings in our irreverent stream of retro nostalgia-ness for all space games that have been once and maybe one day will be again. So welcome to Coded Steve. Wintermute GB is here, of course he is. Commander Kelvinator is here. Naughty Hill is here. Techniligence here. The Funny Asteroid is here because it's never good without a funny asteroid. All space games need a funny asteroid. Commander Dustthorn is here. Frank Miner 2949er is here as well. Mama Fig is here in his dressing gown, which is absolutely perfect for a Saturday morning. Are you sort of curled up on the sofa? Maybe making a little fort while you watch Saturday morning cartoons. That's what I always used to do when I was really, really young. But you got your dressing gown, you got coffee. Yeah, all good. Nice. Third Girls is here as well. Enigmation is here as well. We started with Flash Gordon. Yes, we should. Maybe I should do this in black and white. I can probably do that with my camera. Hang on a minute. Is that a thing in the webcam? Does it have a black? I've never tried this. He says going completely off piece straight away. Hey, I've got a saturation thing. Look, here we go. You can switch it to black and white. The green screen doesn't work in black and white. That's quite funny. You got a big comfy armchair, motherfucker. There we go. Flash save. It's a retro stream, so there we go. Yeah, and Big Boo is here. Big Boo, kind of sponsor of the stream at the moment. Big Boo, having donated me this game for us to play. Right, so with no further ado, because we've already had some ado, let us go and have a look at the game, which is the amazing X Beyond the Frontier. Is it working? Yes, it is. Yay! Dun, dun, dun. Right, I might need to tweak the audio because it's the problem, as we know, the problem with playing some of these retro games is that they kind of don't play very well with modern versions of Windows. So it's a little bit of a case of trying to get them to kind of fit. Now I think I've got that. I seem to have a little bit of a black bar around the bottom of the screen for reasons that I don't know. The original Buster Crab Flash Gordon is currently on Prime. I must go back and watch that because I haven't actually seen any of those since I was a kid. And I remember quite enjoying them as a child. Whether I'd like them now, I mean, it's a long time ago, isn't it? When were they made? Were they kind of late 40s, early 50s? Is that when that was made? I can't remember. I'd recommend you do. All I remember, the bit that stands out in my head, really, from that time is the the spaceships when they landed on bits of string, kind of doing this. And going down and down and down and down, and then and there was always a good clearing for the spaceship to spiral down into it. It didn't land kind of vertically or like that. It just spiraled down for some strange reason. Okay, Frank Munn says I did. They are a very difficult. So what aspect of them was difficult? Is it really just the cultural change and over the period of time? I mean, as a child, I suppose all that sort of stuff would have kind of gone over my head. All I remember is the spaceships. I remember the guns firing kind of fireworks, I suppose. And they just went off anywhere. I mean, how you actually aimed with anything, I've got no idea. And I remember Emperor Ming, because he was obviously the bad guy. And I remember the transport tubes that they moved around whatever. That's about all. That's all I could remember of it as a child. So it's too difficult not to laugh, right? Okay, that kind of makes sense. I only remember the cartoon with its recycled animation again and again and again. Yeah, no. So the cartoon slightly different, but yeah, I have to say I've got a vague fondness for the black and white one, but like I say, I haven't watched it for probably 40 years, maybe. It's just a horrible long like the time, isn't it? But anyway, never mind. We're here to play X Beyond the Frontier. So I say the word play in inverted commas, because what's really happening here is I'm bumbling around the universe and you guys are basically shaking your heads, tutting and sucking through your teeth and then telling me what I should be doing. But if that counts as gameplay, then here we are. Right, so let me load the game. Right, we are back in the Greater Profit system. Now, first question is for Big Boo. Were you able to update the super duper map that you had created for me? That's the first question. Because that was jolly useful and something that's not actually in the game at all. The 80s / Gordon was great. It needs to be resumed. What do you mean the Okay, so take a look at the retro chat on the Discord. Right, hang on, let me fire that up first because this is jolly useful. Apologies for my background; it's gone very, very bright. And why is it offset? Why is my screen offset? It's got a black button. I'm not going to try and fix that now. It's too complicated. Right, okay. So Discord is up. Hey, Discord is up. Right. So let's get for the retro game. So here we go. Here's oh look, Big Boo's been busy. He's even got a "You are here." Ah, you are a star, sir. Previously. Oh, it's going to take a bit of time to go through this. This is really, really good. So, Big Boo has obviously indulged my complete incompetence by putting a massive great "You are here" sticker on the current system. So I don't get off. Now, am I right in thinking here? Oh no, hang on, no, I'm not. I've already corrected myself. So there is space below the area that I've explored in this kind of yellow zones, the Paranids. So there you go. So what have I got? I've got a list of the weapons. The Alpha PA cannon presumably is the ones I've already got. So it sort of shows me I'm sort of only not even halfway down the list of cool stuff. The shield's there. Okay, I can get a bit more. Pirate upgrades, reputation, and that's where I am at the moment. Okay, the current mission. This is exactly what should be in the game. This is really, really good. Big Boo. And then previously on Drew Plays Extra Frontier. We travelled back to Greater Profit to make some more money. A very exciting trip last week. We went all the way back around the chart. We have a solar power plant that needs crystals to function, so we want to build a different station that will keep producing credits without us. This is definitely a good plan. We need to make money to upgrade the ship. We need a mineral scanner before we continue with our quest according to the gunners. Right, okay. So it's actually really, 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 really helpful. Well done, Big Boo. Right, so that's good. Brilliant stuff. Right, Buck Rogers in the 80s. Hang on, let's go back to the nostalgia for a moment. Buck Rogers in the 80s is so brilliantly cheesy. I still watch. See, I like Buck Rogers and Battlestar Galactica from that period. I love those shows. I really, really love. I never even to be honest, watching Battlestar Galactica, not Battlestar Galactica 80s, which obviously was rubbish, but the original TV series Battlestar Galactica, yeah, with Lorne Green and all that lot. That I can still watch. I mean, it is kind of cheesy by the standards of today, but it wasn't cheesy at the time, if that makes sense. The cheese takes a long time to mature, you know. Whereas Buck Rogers was cheesy at the time, right? But it was still good. So yeah, and I like both of those shows. I really do like Buck Rogers in the 25th century. I particularly like the music, actually. It was quite weird how it went from that bam, 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 kind of really serious. Yeah, there's some bad stuff happening, returning Buck Rogers to Earth, 500 years later, and then it went all happy, didn't it? All that sort of stuff. Really strange music choices, but there we go. So that was good. A lot of that has to do with Erin Gray. Now, I've had big arguments with people online about who the best spandex-clad lady of the 80s sci-fi era was. Now, Erin Gray is definitely up there. I mean, let's be honest. Who didn't have a crush on Erin Gray in the 80s? But my personal favourite is actually Anne Lockhart, who played Lieutenant Sheba briefly, not for very long, on Battlestar Galactica, and I think she also showed up in a couple of episodes of Buck Rogers as some lady of repute. A couple of times. So Anne Lockhart was actually the one I liked more than Erin Gray as a young man. Just casual admission there. So there we go. And Princess Ardala. So yeah, I think we all know the scene that we're talking about there. Naughty Hill. Big Boo never watched the original Battlestar. What are you talking about, man? What do you mean you've never watched the original Battlestar Galactica? Oh dear. Right, there we go. The music is good. The music, I mean, 80s sci-fi music and most TV shows is very memorable, isn't it? I mean, yeah, you're kind of right. It is 70s, not 80s, isn't it? In fact, Battlestar Galactica was 70s as well, wasn't it? Late 70s. A new introduction from Diddler 9000. I'm sorry, X Back to the Future. WTF? Yes, I know. But this is the retro stream. This is actually, believe it or not, Diddler 9000. This is the most modern game we have played on the retro stream. I mean, it's actually a Windows game. That's how modern the retro stream has become. Space 1999 was fun. Yes, yeah, that was good. Space 99. That one hasn't aged so well. Actually, I tried to watch Space 1999 a little while back, and I was quite surprised how bad it was. Whereas I felt Battlestar Galactica held up fairly well. Buck Rogers was cheesy but fun, particularly with Dr. Theodopoulos and Tweaky with a bitty. What's up, Buck? There, still like that. The first series, yeah. So Space 99, the first series was okay. The second one got kind of weird. And Battlestar was kind of, yeah, it was a Star Wars cash-in, but it was a good Star Wars cash-in. I mean, there were so many, weren't there? Yeah, so, and yeah, the original Battlestar, I mean, yeah, they did blow all the the special effects on the first two episodes, because every space battle ever afterwards was always the same footage again and again and again and again, which, oddly enough, as a child, I'd noticed, but it didn't bother me. Whereas nowadays I'd be going, look, they're just reusing the same shots over and over again. So it was I just wanted him to say bitty danger, Will Robinson, just once. That would have been cool. Logan's Run the series. Yeah, see all the blasts from the past. I vaguely remember Logan's Run the series. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with this. Now, what we're supposed to be doing is playing X Beyond the Frontier. We always get sucked into a certain level of nostalgia on this stream, so apologies for anybody who's coming in here going, "Why isn't he playing the damn game?" It's because this is the retro nostalgia stream. We should put nostalgia in the title, in the subtext. So, and remember UFO Gabrielle Drake in a purple wig? Of course, yes. Oh dear, there we go. So right, of course, Logan's Run, the original film, had Jenny Agutter in that quite slinky outfit, didn't she, where she was materialised in somebody's room in a very kind of weird and dodgy sort of way. The future is very spandex and lightly clad, for reasons that unfortunately haven't materialised. But there we go. Right, so thank you very much. Now, okay, so we need to build a different station that will keep producing credits without us. That's my first objective. Big Boo is sticking with Erin Gray. I'm gonna take your Erin Gray. I'm gonna raise you an Anne Lockhart. That's what I'm gonna do. Right, let's leave that there because I probably will want to come back to that. Okay, so here's where we are, presumably at our station, are we not? Okay, so there are lots of crystals here. So I might as well, I suppose. Oh, according to that, I've got lots of crystals on my ship. Oh, hang on a minute, I have lost.
Crystals are important for the production of various
I have lost a little bit of the bottom of the screen. So I think I must have chosen the wrong resolution when I started the game. Let me just restart this. It says, how does it restart? Here we go. There we go. Right, now I've got to go through this. I think I've chosen the wrong resolution, so apologies for that. Because it's not obvious which resolution will fit well on the screen. Let's try this again. It's definitely 32-bit. But if I choose, I think it must have been this one. There we go. It's number 7. Try and remember 17 for me for next week. I think it's that one. Now I've lost. Now I've lost Streamlabs. Now I've lost everything. Where has everybody gone? It's it's all going wrong. Resets all the screens. Okay, I'm just right. I'll leave that down there. Right. What's it look like? It's trying to get it to fit on the screen correctly and use up. Is that showing everything? Let's just. It kind of looks like it is. Let's load the game and see if we can see everything on the screen. Is everything showing up? Is that bit at the bottom? No, it's not, is it?
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable program to be put into
Okay, hang on
operation.
there. Sorry, guys. Trying to guess. This is the problem with our games. It's not 17 then. 17 isn't the option I want. Let's see if we can find a. What was it? Can anyone remember what it was? Because I can't. Yeah, because the game was designed for not for 4x3 monitors. That's the problem. I'm just trying to remember what resolution I was using to make it work properly. So these are the wrong resolutions. We kind of that one maybe 15. That one looks squarer though. 1600 by 1200. Let's try 16 then. I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, now it's done it again. Oh, Thomas, when you load up the game, it freaks out the OBS because it does something weird to the windows, and then then that happens. Right, let's try that again. Right. Okay, 16. There we go. That maybe is better. Okay, let's try loading the game. Yeah, are we going to? Ah, that looks better. Yes. Okay. Right. That's kind of close enough. You can see there's a bit missing at the bottom of the screen, which I can see, but we can at least see the credit numbers. I think that's okay. Here we go. Let's go with that one. Remember, everyone remembers 16. All right. That's it. That's right. Frank Miner's on the case. 17 is really important to forget. Okay, 16. Just like No Man's Sky. Okay. Right. Okay. So the ship has currently got some crystals on it, which I suppose I should take across to my solar power plant, which is probably thinking about it where I left it last week. The joystick is working, which is oh, of course. I haven't figured out. This is another thing. I haven't at the moment. The yaw control is the yaw control on the joystick is actually mapped to the roll control in the game, and I haven't found a way to change that. And the bank control is actually mapped to left and right. So, having just played Star Citizen yesterday, I'm having to readjust my brain to cater for the fact that everything's different. Right. The time accelerator is J, isn't it? There we go. That's the setup thingamajig. Right. So let's as a first thing, let's just make sure that we let's target our thingy.
Target now locked on. Solar power plant.
And then
This is your solar power plant.
request permission to land.
Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Should have green position lights in a moment. There we go. Right. Holy moly, it's been so many years since I played this game, says Spectre Spectrum. First time chat, welcome to the stream. We are unashamed. I can't fly. Unashamedly retro on this stream. And yes, so we are in the midst of our adventures in X Beyond the Frontier.
Back to your solar power plant.
Good memories. It's a fun game. I hadn't played this game. This is one of the games that I actually missed in the late 90s. So I'm sort of enjoying it in the sense that it's because a lot of my gaming was really, really old, back in the Spectrum and the sort of the early 16-bit era. This still feels like quite a kind of modern retro game.
throughout the whole known
So it's quite fun to explore what was going on back in the time. Right, so let's use my shortcut. Okay, so
crystals transferred.
basically what's happened
Crystals
here
are
actually,
important
because I
for
haven't
the
played the game
production
since
of
last week.
various weapons. They are produced in crystal fabs
Let me
from silicon
just
waste.
adjust the audio down there because I think our computer lady is probably talking too loudly. There we go. There we go. That's hopefully a bit. You hopefully can hear me. So, right. So I've given it plenty of crystals. It's got 361 crystals, but it hasn't made me any money since last week because obviously I haven't been playing the game. So that I have 42,000 credits at the moment. And I need to. Okay, so you need to help me out there. What I want to do, as I mentioned, is create a factory that makes me money when I don't have to keep stocking it up. Okay, so what do I need to do? Is the question. That's out there. So I'm kind of relying on Big Boo and Wintermute GB here because they know they tend to give me really good advice on what I need to do. So make me money, my friends. Make me money. That's what we need to do. And the background music. Oh yeah, the background music. Actually, Diddler 9000. You will enjoy the retroness of the. When we get to the combat stages, we come across a part. We get some very funky disco music from the game, which is a bit weird, but it's quite cool. Right. So we are this factory is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So let's get back out into space. There we go. Okay, and the exit's pointing straight up, which is why we can see the grid. And we met the Goners, and they wanted us to go do some mining or something, didn't they? Okay, so I'm assuming I need to go to, because we set up this crystal fab, didn't we? But what do I need to set up to make a different type of factory? That's my next question. I'm waiting. The guys have gone really quiet. They're delving into some arcane store of lore somewhere to tell me what to do. I'm assuming I need to go over to the space station.
The target now locked on.
I can't remember. No, hang on a minute. It was. Didn't we have to go to some? No, it was a shipyard, wasn't it? I'll go back to Sizewell and take a look at the shipyard. Yeah, okay, I was going to say where's Sizewell? Is Sizewell south of here or north? It was north, wasn't it? It's called Google, says yeah, I think it was north, wasn't it? So which actually I'm flying upside down for some reason, relative to space, of course. So Sizewell is north of here. I like the way you can see the joins in space with the backdrop there. I think I'm north. Right, so let's go north. It is north. See, I'm vaguely remembering the map, Big Boo. There we go. Let's go north with a view to. That's right. It gives me emotional security to ask you guys, right? Okay, so north we go. North we go. Egosoft even copy FDev on not maintaining consistency on the series and retconning things they give it. I mean, some retconning is okay because some retcons you have to make to actually keep consistency in some ways in a kind of weird sort of way. Oh, Baddie Pirate! There we go. Here's the disco music. Where is he?
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon
It's
ship.
it's an M. Oh, it's an M3. Nope. I need to go north. Why am I pointing in the wrong direction? I was heading south for some strange reason. Let's get out of Dodge. We don't want to be. Yeah, but that's an M3.
Aim.
No aim, which is the computer's way of telling me I'm rubbish at playing this game. No, we've tried to fight. So M5 ships. Is it M5 as the easy ones? M5s are okay. I had no problems with the M5s. That was fine. But the M4s I was just about able to kind of hold my own with, and the M3s were just basically laughed at me because I could hit them, but I couldn't do any damage. It wasn't actually Diddler. It wasn't actually the shields that were a problem. It was the guns I had just didn't do any damage. That just bounced off their shields. You saw their shields go down a tiny bit, and then they went back up again. Should we be using Alta Vista or Yahoo for RetroStreak, or Lycos? The one I used actually was Webcrawler. Who remembers Webcrawler? I don't know what happened. What happened to all those search engines? Did they just get bought up by Google and Alta Vista and Yahoo? Yeah, those were the days, weren't they? Dial-up modems. Don't miss those times, actually. Are you on the phone? You were using the internet, just about to download whatever image it was that you were trying to download. Somebody would pick up the phone and go, "Hello." Of course, then your internet connection was dead. Those were not good times. So basically, we need to upgrade the ship quite a lot. So we need to make some cash.
Target now locked on.
And that's basically.
Sizewell.
I should start the stream not with the music, but with some dial-up. Youngsters today, they don't know the pain, do they? Maybe I should just do a video of autoexec.bat and config.sys and all that sort of stuff as well.
System. Sizewell.
Right, we're in Sizewell. Right, where have I got to go to? Where's the trading? The shipyard. It's the shipyard I want, isn't it? Is that the shipyard? Come on, get away from the... There we are. We are all old. Yeah, we are, Dotty Hill. Hey, but... Youth is golden, but age is silver. Dial-up whistle and cassette tape data. It did sort of sound similar. I suppose it's just digitised ones and zeros, isn't it? So it's going to be pretty similar. Interesting enough, I mean, the best modem I think we had at the end of the kind of evolution of modems was... No, that's a laser forge. That's the shipyard over there, isn't it? It kind of looks like a shipyard, so that kind of makes sense. Let's go over there. It was about 56k, wasn't it? 56,000 bits per second. But what was it called? The baud rate or the baud rate or something. And cassette, I remember the Spectrum. I'm thinking back here on the ZX Spectrum because it's the one I know the most. Was about 1,200 bits per second. So a modem, the best modems were like 50 times faster than the Spectrum loading from cassette. It sounds pretty impressive, really, doesn't it? Right, is this?
Target now locked on. Teladi shipyard.
There we are. It's the shipyard. So this is the right place to go to.
This is the Teladi Pillow Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
I'm at the wrong end of the ship. Okay. Oh, Explore killed. Yeah, so I believe it or not. I mean, here's some of my claim to fame. I actually worked for Netscape during the browser. Yeah, who remembers the browser wars of the mid-90s? I actually worked for Netscape back then. They were really an arrogant company. I mean, actually, they're portrayed in the press as sort of underdog heroes. Fighting against the behemoth that was Microsoft. No, they were super arrogant, and actually, they deserved to go down the way they did. As an ex-employee, I can tell you this. They were awful. They basically, with Netscape 3 in particular, Netscape 3, they basically just claimed and believed that the browser, and they were right actually, the browser was going to basically take over and destroy client-server computing entirely. But they were kind of really arrogant about it, and despite a massive head start, Microsoft eventually caught them up in the browser market, and the web and all the interfaces that came with it followed.
Successfully docked.
Yeah, and then with Netscape 4 and into the early versions of Internet Explorer, Microsoft basically wiped them out, just undercut their business. And with Windows, was it 90? Windows 98? Windows 2000 with the browser embedded in the operating system. Boom, that was game over. So yes, it was interesting times.
Connection to local city network established.
Right. Okay. So we are here.
Are large geodesic domes that contain a typical example of the one.
So there's a solar power plant which we've already got. What do I want to buy then?
Solar power plants produce energy. They are found everywhere in the known universe and are operated and controlled by all races.
Okay. A laser forge, a shield armor production facility, a computer plant, ore mine, a foundry. Okay. So everyone's still buried in the nostalgia. Yeah. So solar power plant's not very expensive. So I'm assuming one of these things. A dream farm. That sounds like it's got something to do with drugs.
Due to the fact that the Teladi swamp plant has been outlawed by all other races in the universe, Teladian dream farms are small farms where the Teladi grow the plant in secret. The plant itself, a small moss, needs
Space
very
weed.
horticulture and grows in dark, damp conditions.
Okay, so what do I need to buy? Space weed is not to be confused with standard weed, no. Okay, so some of them are very much out of my price. A flower farm I could afford to buy. An ore mine, a Teladium foundry, a sun oil refinery. I can't quite afford, but I probably could in a little bit. I've got a silicon mine and a dream farm, and those are the only options. So, what do you suggest I get, or do I need to save up a bit more?
Mainly built around small asteroids because of the higher productivity that the low gravity of those asteroids allow. Asteroids are first analyzed with special scanners for their richness in minerals. The mines are operated by teams of robots overseen by miners. The ore is processed and transported to weapons factories where it is used in the making of
Okay,
metal
so
parts.
are any of these things self-sufficient? Because the problem with the solar power plant is you have to ship the goods yourself. So yeah, so I've stuffed it full of crystals. So what do we think? A flower farm, a mine, or a dream farm? Diddler 9000 says, if my X3 knowledge serves, a silicon mine, if you know a good silicon rock, or an Alpha Aria, both good bets, though a laser factory is a bit out of your range. Yeah, so laser factory is 129,000 credits. So right now that's kind of out. Okay, so the mines are good to start off in silicon or ore. So I've got a silicon mine. Okay, let's listen to the computer again. Computer, tell me about ore mines. Oh, it's not working. Computer, tell me about the silicon mines.
Silicon mines are built around small asteroids, which are analyzed before for their richness in silicon minerals. The mineral is usually found just below the surface. It is mined by using an open cast technology, where the surface of the asteroid is literally scraped away by great land-moving machines, revealing the rich bands of silicon beneath. These are then dug and collected by specialized prospector robots. The silicon is processed into thin wafers that provide the raw materials for the manufacture of many technical products.
That makes sense. Okay, so silicon mines. It sounds like an ecological disaster. Well, never mind. That's profits. Profits. Is a mineral scanner required? Okay, so none of them are self-sustaining. Okay, so is that just not a thing? Or do I just spend all my time shuffling crystals into my solar power plant because it's cheap? Okay, so mine's a good start of it. Frank Miner says 11 for reasons that are not entirely clear. Yeah, so I've got a solar power plant already, Diddler 9000. That is making me some money. So I don't know if I want more than one, because otherwise I'm just going to be ferrying crystals all the time. I was hoping that there might be a mechanism here. Okay, so I need a scanner, and then we need to find ore silicon-rich asteroid and plant the station onto that. If I do that, though, is it self-sufficient from that point onwards, or do I still have to do something to make it work? You need to feed. Okay, you still. Maybe it's only the Scots who know about the 11 thing. Sorry, I don't know what that was, Frank. Okay, so no station in the first game is self-sustaining. Okay, so that's. So what sort of is it worth me doing this, or just I could change the price of items sold from a solar power plant. So is it going to just be best to just really stock the solar power plant up with crystals, whack the price up a bit, and see how it goes? Is that because I've already got it? I've already done that. So I can't make any more money faster. Is what you're saying? So no way to make a self-sustaining operation. Okay, it is worth it, but solar isn't worth it. Okay, so all other stations are worth it. Okay, so basically the solar power plant was a good sort of entry level starter. Silicon fields. Okay, so it sounds like the silicon mine is the right one, but I need to buy a scanner. Where am I going to get the scanner from? That's the first thing. Presumably, is it better to go and find the asteroid first? Drop the price to 10 credits. Okay, so I think we'll do a silicon mine, but I need to buy a scanner. Find the rock first. Equipment docks have all the gear you need. Right, okay, let's go. Let's do that. We have a plan. It may not be a very good plan, but we have a plan. Okay, so I need to get an equipment dock. Okay, so where is the equipment dock? Is that one?
Target now locked on Beta IRE Laser Forge.
That's the laser
Alpha.
forge. That's the main space station.
Target now locked on Talati Trading Station.
Which one is the equipment dock? It's like Ferrari, yeah. They had a plan. Wasn't a very good plan. Which one's the equipment dock then? Oh,
Target now locked on Talati Shipyard Alpha.
This weird map. Empty circle in the top right. Oh, that one. Right. Okay. Oh. This map. I mean, who designed this map? It's horrible. There we go. Right, let's go over there. Oh no, hang on. I'm still not heading towards the right thing. Did I read that map totally wrong? I did. That's heading that way. There it is, there. I was heading in the right direction, it just wasn't showing up on the scan. There we go. Have I encountered a remote trading extension yet? I don't think so.
Target now locked on Talati Space Equipment Dock.
There we go, right. So from here we need to buy a mineral scanner or something? Where's the entrance? It's not on this side, is it? There it is over there.
This is the Talati Space Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
We need the mineral scanner for the plot. Okay, so this is something we need to get anyway. Am I going to be able to afford it? I bet it's too expensive. Who wants boring old maps that are easy to use? Yeah, three-dimensional space. Although it's kind of not three-dimensional space, isn't it? It's a sort of weird box of space, isn't it? Between the kind of north, south, east, west jump points. There we are, the very, very, very chill docky music that we've come to love.
Successfully
There we go.
docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keel,
The map is great because it provides a challenge.
we are delighted for the opportunity to make great profits with such as you.
Yay, great
Welcome
profits.
on board this.
It's up. It's a bit up and a bit down. Exactly. It's it's better. It is better than Star Scissors map. You're right. That one is really hard to use.
Connection to local trading
Right.
network.
Okay. So I'm looking for. Okay. Well, there is the mineral scanner, which I'm guessing is what I need. 21,000. I
The
can
mineral
afford to buy
scanner
it. That's
is
that's an
important
unusual
add-on
experience.
for every pilot who plans to exploit asteroids for mining. Mounted to a spaceship, it adds valuable information to the scan results of asteroids.
Okay. So that's basically it, isn't it? Let's get that then.
Mineral scanner bought.
Cool. Okay, we bought a mineral scanner. How do I use the mineral scanner? That's the next question. So presumably I point it at an asteroid and it tells me stuff. Let's see if I can find a rock. There's loads of rocks. There we go. There's a biggish rock not too far away. Let's go over there. Let's test out whether this thing works. Okay, so just target an asteroid like you would a ship. North in space, so just as some sort of North Pole or something. It kind of does, doesn't it? Goliath Dark, first time chat. Hello, good, welcome to the stream. I would love an eclipse projector in the new X4. Yeah, so, oh, there we go. So I've locked on. So where does it tell me some information? Did I miss that while I was looking at the chat?
Target now locked on asteroid.
Okay. Oh, I for information. Okay. Where's the...
Target now locked on asteroid.
Okay, so
An asteroid is one of the smallest natural objects in free space. Unlike planets, they have almost no gravitational field, making it easy to explore their minerals with modern machinery.
okay, so that's an ore
Almost
asteroid.
all the silicon and ore
And that's
is now
rubbish,
able
is it? Okay. So, well, yeah, at least the thing works. So, now we fly around, do the sort of...
Target now locked on asteroid. An asteroid is one of the smallest natural
So
objects.
that's rubbish as well.
Target now locked on asteroid. An asteroid is one of the smallest natural objects.
18.
in free
What's a good... 20 to 30 are good. Okay.
Target now locked. An asteroid is one of the smallest.
18. Okay, so there's pretty rubbish asteroids around here. That's a big one down there. Ugh.
An
not.
asteroid is one of the smallest.
Okay, so these asteroids are pretty rubbish, is what we're saying. At least the scanner works, though. Close to there. Let's go for that one.
Target now locked on. Target. An asteroid is one of
Oh.
the smallest natural objects.
There we
in
are.
free
Silicon
space.
wafer. Okay, so that one looks all right. Okay. 36.
An asteroid is one of the smallest.
Oh, 26.
natural objects
26.
in free space.
Sounds like a place to start
Unlike
then.
planets, they have almost no gravitational field, making it easy to explore their minerals with modern machinery.
Okay, so that is asteroid ASFN 92. So, okay, so now what? How do I now I presume we got to go to the space dockyard and buy I think. Although I've spent some money on this scanner thing. Okay, so take a look on the nav map. Which one have I got highlighted? It's kind of there. Okay, it's that blue one, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Right, so now I've got to get back to... Do I need to get a Taladi? Yeah, because I need to get a freighter to hoik my thing out there, don't I? So do I buy the... do I buy the thingy from here first? Oh, so I need to hire the Phoenix. Okay, so where's the Phoenix? Oh no, there's another baddie ship. Disco music has engaged.
Target now locked on.
Where is it?
Teladi Shipyard Alpha. Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
See if I can get the pirate, because always fun to shoot a pirate. Where's it gone? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Don't hit anything. Is it hiding behind the space station or something? Where is it? There it is.
Target now locked on. Unknown Xenon
It's
ship.
at 4. We can take this one.
Target is now in firing range.
Let's have some pew pew. Spectacularly fails to hit it. Yay! Now I've got its attention. Oh, the police are firing on it as well. Nice. Boom. Oh, because they killed it, I didn't get any. Didn't get to get right. Okay, so how do I find the Phoenix? The Phoenix is a ship that's moving around, isn't it? So I can't remember what it looks like on the map. They are difficult. You're quite right. I mean, without you guys helping me, I'd have no aim, no clue, no chance. So where is the Phoenix? It's moving around normally. How do I know where it is? I vaguely remember it was a different coloured. I don't see anything moving on this map. There are some ships moving around, but how do I find the Phoenix? This is waiting for my chat to help me. Come on, guys. Come on. Where are you?
Are scanned
Oh.
by Teladi Falcon.
That's probably okay. Is that the Phoenix there moving around? I think
We are scanned
Zeph
by
from Cockrum has the
Teladi
Phoenix.
Back.
I remember finding it before, but I don't remember how I found it.
Seems to be all right. Have a good flight.
Okay, you're looking for the small rectangle in the bottom corner of the map. Oh, that one, right, okay.
No suspicious goods detected. Fly on.
Oh, too close to the space station.
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
No, don't want that.
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
No, don't want that.
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha. Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Okay, I think I'm heading in the right direction. There it is. It's that one up there, isn't it? There we go.
Target now locked on to Ladi Albatross.
No, that's the Albatross. So that's not the right ship. Small rectangle in the bottom left quadrant of the map. Okay, but that's the Albatross. So it's not. What does that one do? Okay, right. I want you to transport something.
That'll be 500 credits for every gate we're passing. That's a special offer.
Okay.
You've struck up a good deal. We'll follow you and get our money at each gate.
Okay, well, we're not going through a gate, mate, so you've got yourself a very bad deal there. Right. Special place just for you, my friend. my precious. He's a bit like Gollum, isn't he?
Stand by Taladi Bat.
A Taladi Bat. Okay, so to this space station. I think my rock is up there. I think it's that one. That's what I'm hoping it is. Can I target it from here?
Target now locked on Taladi.
No.
Target now locked on
Never mind.
Taladi Shipyard.
Let's go to the
Alpha.
shipyard. Where's the entrance? Oh, there it is over there. Oh, I missed the Taladis, says the funny. Yeah, they're funny characters, aren't they?
Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Right. There we go. Chill docking music is playing. So I now need to buy a factory thing. The music is nice, isn't it? The attack music's a bit weird with a kind of disco funkiness, but
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Taladi Company are delighted for the opportunity to make great profits with such as you.
right.
Welcome on board.
I love the little cutscenes with all the ships using the in-game engine. That's quite nice, isn't it? It does make you feel like you're in part of a universe where some stuff is happening, which is always a good thing for a space game. Right.
Connection to
Okay,
local
so we want to
internet.
buy a silicon mine. Cool. Which we've just about got enough money for. So buy that.
Silicon mine bought.
Okay.
Silicon mines are built around small asteroids, which are
Yeah.
analyzed.
Yeah, we know that. Okay, so I bought the silicon mine. Okay, so now what do I do? Go to the actual locale. Now I've got to find my asteroid again. I think it's... Am I pointing in the right direction? Yeah, it is. It's that one. I'm pretty sure that's the asteroid I want.
An asteroid is one of the small.
Yeah, it's that one. Okay, so I go over there. Is my asteroid a funny asteroid? I think it probably is. It's a highly amusing asteroid. I'm hoping it's going to be a profitable asteroid. Okay, so presumably now we have to tell the Phoenix to deploy somehow. Sorry, the Albatross. Okay, so here we are at the asteroid. So do I call up the Phoenix, which is hanging around over there?
Target.
Captain to pilot. How can we obtain profits together?
Okay, please drop my freight here, but I'm not pointing at the asteroid, so I don't want to get this wrong. How do I tell them to drop it? Do I need to be really close to the asteroid, or will it figure that out itself? So I come to a stop there, yeah. I'm commsing the white van man. Honestly, I don't remember this bit. You're like Gandalf when you get to the top of the mines of Moria and go, I have no memory of this place. Right, it's been 15 years. I suppose that's fair enough. Okay, so drop my freight here. Oh, the Space D has arrived. This is a good time for a Space D. Hang on, it's going to come in from up way high up, way too high up this morning. There it is. Thank you very much. Yay, the space sound effect. Thank you very much, brother. It's 20 years for Wintermute. Right, okay, so drop my freight here.
We are unloading. Goodbye and make good profit.
Okay, so it's unloading. Right. External view is active. Awesome. The Space Tea has arrived. Oh, some stuff is happening. Oh, it's kind of... Look at that. That's quite clever gameplay. It's figuring it out itself. Check this out. That's really quite cool, isn't it? They're all clamping... Oh, yes. Clamping onto the asteroid.
We are scanned by Talati Bat.
And they're building some infrastructure. She needs to wear... Yeah, I need to get my wife some green gloves. I'm working on that. It's getting the right shade of green. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so... Okay, where... Oh, hang on, where are we? Let me back up a little bit. Is that the asteroid? Oh yeah, this is the asteroid. Green marigolds, that's what she did, yeah. Right, so that's appears to be my ore mining thingamajig. Where does it have a way in? So I can kind of go and check it out. Look at that, it's even got a little, like a beam of light. That's quite cool, isn't it? That was quite impressive actually. Okay, so there's some scaffolding over here on the left hand side. Is there a way in to the actual...
No aim.
I know that computer. Is there a docking bay? Should be, surely. Look, it's got my logo on it. Oh, there it is. There's the docking bay. Right. Let's fly out this way a little bit. Okay. Well, cool. That is cool, actually. I like building bits of infrastructure in space. I mean, that doesn't get old, does it? There we go. Look.
Target now locked on Talati Trading Station.
No, it shouldn't be. This has got my logo and everything.
Target now locked on Silicon Mine.
Yep, my silicon mine.
This is your silicone mine. Seaswell Alpha Positive. Please dock as
With
soon
my
as you
hologram.
get green position lights.
No, I've got my faces in the space game. This is good. Yes, it does. Like you say, it does feel like the game. Oh, that's the docking bay's on the side there. Got that totally wrong. It does it because you can create stuff in space, and the construction happening around the asteroid. It's very good. I mean, this is like you say, 1999. This game, and yet look what you're able to do. I mean, I know the graphics don't stand up to modern games, but they're perfectly serviceable for what they are. And
Successfully
what you can
docked.
do, building infrastructure and stuff. I like that. And they've thought about the interior. Look at that, it's a much great big spinny thing. Yeah, spinny things are good, right? It's good to have spinny things in space games. There needs to be more spinny things in space games.
Connection to local trading network.
Right, okay, so we are, so what's happening here? So product silicon wafers, no stock, nothing in the ship, resources. Okay, so I need to give it some energy cells in order for it to work. So where do I get, they are good unless they're on ships in first encounter with a waggedy tail. Yeah, that was wrong. Okay, so in order to make this thing work, presumably I need some energy cells, because it says resources. Is that, so I need to go and buy a stack load of energy cells, I'm assuming, to make this work. Is that correct? That's all I need. Okay, so where am I going to get energy cells from? I'm thinking it might be a good idea to go back to my base down in I was going to say, I'm making them, and I could go and buy them for myself. Yes, that's a good point. Let's go and get some. Let's go back to my other base. Or you can give them credits. Well, I haven't got many credits here at the moment, so let's just... Oh, Space Bounties have appeared again. Cue the funky disco music. What have we got? We have got a class 4.
Xenon ship.
Let's deal with him. The Xenons. Once we've dispatched him, we will go and get some credits or energy cells. Okay, so I've got my ship to 100 units of cargo, I think, at the moment. They're really close to the space station, aren't they? The cheeky things. More profits. Profits are good. That space station is enormous, really, isn't it? Okay. Can I get into firing range of it? Here we go. Come on. Still closing. No, it's running out of range. No, I'm not fast enough. Doesn't want to fight as well. It's like, can't be bothered today. Right, hang on. Which way am I pointing? That's north. Okay. That's west. Therefore, that's south.
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Right, there we go. More profits. Okay, if I remember correctly, there's no limit to how large it can be. An increasing expensive to... Yeah, so I think we encountered that. We got for 100 spaces, and we kind of... we were running out of cash. Or we're thinking we might use the cash for something else.
Target now locked on. Teladi Falcon.
Okay. Cork Blisters, first time chat. Hello, Cork Blisters. Welcome to the stream. 07 Commander. And yeah, so welcome to the retro stream where we are unashamedly playing retro games. I say playing. Bumbling our way through is way more precise. But there we go. We have Space Tea. We have actually achieved, so I suppose I ought to save the game soon as well. Because something will go wrong otherwise. The diminishing returns. That would be a good name for my ship, actually. The diminishing returns. If I could rename my ship, I think that would be a great name for it. It's Saturday morning. Anything more than bumbling would be a serious effort. Yeah, I mean we don't want. It's Saturday morning, isn't it? We're just literally just chilling out. Okay, so all I've got to do now is find my There it is. So I could go and buy a whole bunch of crystals first. Let's do that. I'll buy a bunch of crystals from the fab, give them to my solar power plant, which hopefully has made some effort. No, so what I'll try and do is I'll try and save at this crystal fab place. You can call your first ship the Diminishing. It's a good book title too. That's a good idea actually.
Target now locked on Crystal Fab Alpha.
There we are, Crystal Fab Alpha. It's FAB is the Crystal Fab. Mad Monks off. My ship can be named. Is this what my life has come to? Baron says, Drew, have you ever played Star Sector? No, I haven't. I haven't even heard of that one.
Target.
So what's that one all about?
As soon as you get green position lights.
Elite crossed with Mountain Blade. Okay, that sounds quite cool. So many games, so little time. This is I'm still trying to catch up with the retro games, let alone try and keep up with anything modern. So how old is this? How old is Star Sector then? Is that retro? Is that modern or is it? Here we go. Right, let's go in here. We will buy some cargo, assuming I've got the credits for it. It's still an alpha. Oh, is it? Okay. It's like a 2D top-down game. Okay, well that sounds quite cool.
We are scanned by Taladi Bat. Successfully docked.
Some ways I think the indie games nowadays are quite a lot more interesting. Because the problem with the AAA titles, as we've talked about lots of times on this stream, is the graphics have to be so good nowadays, you know, virtually photorealistic, that they're just out of the range of indie stuff. So the gameplay in indie games is better. Right, okay, so let's fill up with crystals in the first instance. Actually, I'm not going to be able to fill up the entire ship, have I? Look at that. I actually have run out of money for the first time. Right, so let's buy the salvage insurance because we know what that's like. Okay, so I've got a bunch of crystals. Yeah, so I can deal with poor graphics. So so Stellaris I like as well. Stellaris is a good game. I would take gameplay and puzzles and lore and in-game story over graphics. Yeah, graphics like this are sufficient for me to enjoy the game. But they don't need to be much more sophisticated than this for me personally. I find this completely acceptable graphic-wise, as long as there's some fun. But I think the barrier for graphics for a lot of people is considerably higher than my requirements. Right, let's see how much money this thing has made.
Now locked on solar power plant.
Coming in a bit hot there. Let's make sure we slow down before we go in.
This is your positive. Please dock as soon as you get green
Here we go.
position lights.
That speed is really hard to set accurately. Pong was great. Don't think there was a great deal of lore in Pong, but I know what you mean.
Successfully docked.
I've got Surviving Mars actually in my Steam library. I haven't really played it, so I need to try that one. That does look quite good fun. Right, so this is my solar power plant. How have things been going at the solar power plant? Let's find out. It's been trading for an hour and a bit. So, oh, it's made 60,000 credits. Well, that's better than nothing. Okay. So that's good. Let's give it a whole bunch of crystals.
Transferred.
Let's transfer the credits, because that's always nice, isn't it? All those lovely profits. Thank you very much.
Funds transferred.
And then I want to buy some energy cells.
You can specify
Okay, so
price other
the energy
factors
cells are
that
currently for
transfer
sale
your
at
product. If your price
10
is
credits.
competitive, it is more likely other factories and stations will choose your factory.
Okay, so is 10 credits still a good price there? Because the average is 16. I reckon I could get a bit more margin. Capitalism is good. What do we think? Is 10 credits still a good price? Is it best to leave it there? Because I feel like I'm undercutting the market a bit. Big Boo says, I never found higher than 12 sold. It's very cheap. Okay, keep the price at 10. Right, okay, so I want to buy some energy cells. So I just fill my ship up with energy cells. Oh, are they effectively free for me? Oh, that's quite cool. Because I'm boss, so I can just pinch them.
Energy cells transferred.
Cool. Okay, so I've got 100 energy cells. How long will that last my mining operation, 100 energy cells? I suppose yeah, okay, I already own them, don't I? They're mine. Yeah, good point. Okay, so how long will 100 energy cells keep my mining operation going? Let's go and find out. That's the most I can carry at the moment anyway, so it's kind of a bit of a moot point, but let's find out. Okay, well now we're heading north again to go and fill up the mining operation with some energy. I'm going to top up its batteries, basically.
No aim.
I know that, computer. Actually, I do have an aim. I'm trying to make some money. Arkanoid was an attempt to give Breakout some lore. Yeah, I suppose it was, actually. Arkanoid, now that was a good game.
Target now locked on Talati Vulture.
Here we go, through the gate. Back north.
Target now locked on Gate Sizewell. Entering system Sizewell.
Okay, through the jump gate we go. Right, now I just need to find my asteroid, which is over there somewhere. Come on. There we go. As it was relatively near to the trading hub, wasn't it? So keeping all of these installations fed and watered basically is now will become quite a chore. So I've got two things I need to keep fed and watered. One that requires crystals, which I need to buy with capital, and then this one which I need to keep stocked up with batteries basically. Now, is it one of those at the top or is it the one at the bottom? I think it might be that one down there actually. Yeah, it is, because it's got some stuff on it, isn't it?
Talati Shipyard Alpha.
Must be that one because it's got some shapes around it. Of course, there's no up and down in space, so. Oh, your stations appear on the hub of the yellow marker. I think you could buy a transport ship at the mine to buy energy cells. Okay, that might be quite good. I can buy a transport ship at the mine. Okay, let's check that out then.
Target now locked on Silicon Mine.
Yeah, okay, so this is my silicon mine, isn't it? Okay, so let's go and give it some batteries.
This is your positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
So you can buy transport ships and go. So will that make it kind of self-sufficient? Look at that with my hat hologram. I like that. That's a nice touch. Do the ownership thing. Nice and gentle. Perfect. Okay, so we can buy transport ships. Nice. Okay, so we have achieved an objective then. We're doing quite well. Okay, so if I give it 100 energy cells now, it's all mine. Right, okay, so resources. So I'm going to give it all of the energy cells.
Energy cells transferred.
Now it can start making silicon
energy
wafers.
Cells are the unified energy storage
And we're
used throughout the whole known
we,
universe.
we've done a thing.
The unification
Okay.
of the energy storage specifications allow for interstellar trading with this most basic of all products.
Okay, so unlike Earth, we've established that USB 5 is the correct cable. Okay, so silicon wafers are for sale at 360. Is that a good price? Should we leave that alone? Oh look, it's already made 4. Wow. Okay, it's rocking. Oh, it's burning through the energy cells crazy fast. Okay, it's used 45 energy cells already. So that isn't going to be sustainable for very long, is it? What's going on? Okay, let's watch that for a moment. Oh, hello. Dexolotl is raiding with a party of 9. Well, thank you very much for the raid there, Dexolotl. Much appreciated. Welcome to the retro stream. All of you who have just joined in thinking, where are we? What are we doing? It's a raid. Yay. Thaco Rules is here as well. Hello, Thaco Rules. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in. And welcome to all retro stream raiders. Also, okay, Taladi established all the standards in the law to help trade. That makes sense. So, okay, so that's good. Okay, talk to me about this. Talk to me about buying this trade ship then, or transport ship. Have we got the shackles to keep them in here? No idea. Where have you raided from, Dexolotl? What were you playing before you jumped into the retro stream? More people to ask for help from. Yeah, exactly. Because we asked. This is a tough game, isn't it? I can understand. Playing this as a single player back in the day must have been really hard, trying to figure out what on earth you have to do, because it isn't easy. ZX81 is here as well. Hello, ZX81. Good to see you again, sir. Okay, so it's running. Space disco time. Mandatory dad moves required. Rated based on the recommendation of Thaco. Oh, okay. I hope you are paying him well. Excellent. We were playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for the recommendation, Thaco Rules. That's awesome. We are Saturday mornings is a retro stream here, so we are currently playing X Beyond the Frontier, which is a game from 1999. Before my kids were born, which is a bit scary. We had the internet in 1999. I suppose we did, didn't we? What state was it in 1999? We were still in modem space, aren't we? In 1999, or early broadband? Yeah, I think. Or was it ISDN? It was loud and beepy in 1999. It was. It was 56k ISDN Naughty Hill. Yeah, I had ISDN. Actually, one of my small claims to fame in the world of IT is that there's a very small part of the ISDN specification that I actually wrote. I can't remember which one it was now, but I did write a very, very small part of the ISDN specification. I was working for a company called Nortel at the time, which has since gone bust. And I actually had ISDN at home. It was pretty cool. It was a lot better. I managed to get twin ISDN lines. ISDN was, I think, 64k, so you could multiplex them to get 128 kilobits, which back then was actually pretty darn good. Sounds awful today. So I did do a little bit work of ISDN back in the day, when I was working for telecoms companies back in the 90s. Ah, good times. That's after I left. That's after I left Netscape, by the way. And that all went well. Oddly enough, virtually every company I've ever worked for, this is not a good advert really, apart from one, every company I've ever worked for has either gone bust or has been acquired by somebody else. So the first company I worked for was STC, Standard Telephones and Cables, who got acquired by Nortel, oddly enough. Then I worked for a small company called Mercury Interactive, who got bought out by HP. Then I worked for Netscape, who effectively went bust. Then I worked for Nortel, who had previously acquired the company I had previously worked for, STC, and they went bust. Then I moved to Sun Microsystems. They went bust and got bought out by Oracle. Then I worked for KPMG. And they still exist. So I haven't managed to kill KPMG, but it was close. So yeah, so I worked for Sun Microsystems for a long time. I was selling what were the big computers. I can't remember what they were. They were big kind of mainframe class Unix machines. They were lovely. It's a pattern emoji. Yes, it's my entire incompetence has wiped out big parts of the IT industry over time. Yeah, I do my job well. I was at Netscape. Yeah, so Netscape. Actually, Netscape were. They were cool, but they were very, very arrogant company. Very, very arrogant company. In fact, their arrogance is kind of what killed them. But anyway, there we go. Okay, so talk to me about what I need to do here. So we've got a bat. What's a bat? Computer?
You can order fighter ships that will help to protect your factory.
Okay, so that's a
After you order
fighter
one
ship.
or more,
Okay. Hawk is a...
you can order fighter ships that will help to protect your
Okay, that's a
factory.
fighter ship as well.
You can order fighter ships
That's a
that will
fighter
help.
ship. What's a vulture do? That doesn't look like a fighter ship.
You can order transport ships to help you transport the necessary resources to this factory.
Okay, so that
After
sounds
you
like a good
order
idea.
one or more transporters from the shipyard that manufactured this factory, these transport ships will fly to this factory and work for you.
Okay. So,
You cannot sell transporters.
okay, so I want to buy a vulture. So do I select that from here? How many vultures do I need to buy? It's like Uncle Alva. Every ship he sailed on was torpedoed. They nicknamed him Jonah. Buy 3. So Thacker Rule says it's 4 a.m. where I am, and I've just finished painting a wall of my garage, so I should get some sleep. Why are you painting all? Oh yeah, that's going to need some explanation another time. Thacker Rules. Get yourself some sleep. Look after yourself. Okay, 2 for energy cells and 1 for silicon. Okay, so I want to buy 3. So I've got my own fleet of ships now. Okay.
Transporter ordered at shipyard.
Right, so I've bought 3 vultures. Right, what do I do now then? This is much more interesting than watching paint dry. Well, maybe a bit. Other figures just guessing. Come on, I'm relying on your advice, guys. Oh, I bought them now. The True Empire is expanding. Yeah, in fits and bursts, really. Right. Okay. So I have now bought 3 vultures. How do I make them do something then? Okay, that's because look, my energy cells. I'm always out of stock of energy cells already. Do I have to go to the? Okay, so it's a game. What's the worst going to happen? He's on something. One to sell products. Okay, business done based on reliable tip. Right. Do I have to go to the shipyard then? In order to get these vessels, is that what I need to do? IFL Science, watching paint dry is exciting according to new study. You guys crack me up. Right, where is the shipyard? Is the next question. Shouldn't be too far away. Apart from the fact I can't see it. Where is it? There it is. Right. Okay, so to the shipyard. I've been playing Star Citizen since 11 PM yesterday after I joined this stream. Oh, they're coming. Oh, the yellow. Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, here they are. Look, my very own spaceships are doing their thing. Oh, look, there they are. Look, they're actually docking. Okay, so do they know what to do? They are. They're going into my space station. Do they know what to go back a dock? Oh, look, one's coming back out. That's very, very cool, isn't it? Well, you've got your own fleet of... Okay, so was I might fall asleep. Was Mother Fig totally on the money then? You can probably build a spaceship. I like this. This is good, isn't it? Even in this early 90s game where we built, NPC ships doing things on your behalf. That's very cool.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your silicone mine.
Welcome back. Okay, so those 3 ships, do they know what to do? I don't need to instruct them anymore. Let's find out. Okay, so what's second? Okay, so at the moment,
silicon is the main mineral resource that all modern technology goods are based on.
Okay, so at the moment
it's usually found just below the surface of asteroids and mined in huge silicon mines in space.
It's okay, computer, shush. So those 3 ships are coming and going, but do they know what they need to do? Because there's no more energy cells in there. Okay, you need to set a selling price and a buying price. Right, how do I do that then? Okay, so silicon wafers, so shall I undercut the market a little bit with my silicon wafers? So I don't quite understand what I have to do. You need to transfer credits to the station. Okay, that makes sense. Right, let's give it some cash then. Let's give it 20,000. There we go.
Transferred.
Okay, so then the station can make a profit.
Made by selling its product.
So resource buying price limit. So I don't want to buy anywhere higher than 16. That makes sense. Silicon wafers.
You can specify at which price other factories and their transporters can buy your product. If your price is competitive, it is more likely other factories and stations will choose your factory.
So shall I undercut the market here, like I've undercut the market for crystals? Okay, Mother Figs. Okay, we've done that. We've given the station some credit. It's Gordon Gecko, isn't it? Greed is good. So I can adjust.
You can specify at which price the freighters working for this factory should buy resources.
Okay, so I don't mind them buying at 16. That's the price. So I think I should undercut the market a little bit here.
You can specify at which price other factories and their transporters can buy your product. If your price is competitive, it is more likely other factories. New price selected.
There, let's go for 350. Shall I try that? Was that going to work? 350, I reckon. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Mother Thing. So let's go with 350. I don't mind them buying there. As long as we're making profits. Profits is good. Let's undercut the market slightly. Okay, so that is what now? A self-sufficient station? If so, that's pretty cool. So let's go away. We'll fly. Let's go down to. Is it Sizewell where my other stuff is? Let's go and check out the crystal place because I need to keep topping that one up. But let's see what sort of profits this makes by the end of the stream. Cool. Oh, I'm quite impressed. I want to go south, don't I? I like it when the game makes money. Oh yeah, so that's it. Okay, so worth coming back every so often to collect my profits. Obviously, yes, I shall be collecting my profits, and then we can buy some cooler stuff for the ship. The only problem is it doesn't make profits while the game isn't running, so I have to be logged into the game, which you know, I suppose. Is this a fairly safe bit of space? It seems so. I mean, there's occasional
Target
pirates
now
about.
locked on to Lottie Vulture.
Because I'm used to playing Elite, I keep thinking here the word vulture, and I think it's bad news. But the vulture, of course, is a trading ship. It seems like it is a fairly bit of space. I mean, there's occasional pirates around, but I haven't seen any stuff. So at the moment, my bases are under. Basically, it's as safe as it gets. Okay, so this is. So, are there better profits to be made, or better asteroids in more dodgy zones where you might need? Oh, there's a baddie ship.
Target now locked on unknown Xenon ship.
It's an M4 class ship. Let's go blast it. Always time for a bit of pew pew. Better finish the tea though. The last gulp of space tea, and Commander Drew Wager takes on the unknown Xenon warship. Bam bam bam. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. More risk, more reward. Yeah. Right, let's see if we can take on this dude. This is an M4 class ship, which is basically at the limit of what my ship can cope with at the moment. Let's try and take him on. I'm going to be taking on single-handedly here.
Target is now in firing range.
Firing range. Close it so we can get behind him. Yes, first salvo, totally on target. Second salvo, totally on target. Can't actually hit the alien ship. Come on. It's not really a good advert for my gunnery skills, is it? Come on, at least one of them land on the ship. Yes, finally hit him. Now he's cross. He's coming around to attack me. It's like, really? Who's this guy? Don't ram me. How are we doing? I actually managed to get the shields down a little bit.
We are scanned by Talati Falcon.
This is why we need bigger guns. Quite a tough opponent for this ship though, because it takes a long time to get his shields down. At least you've got a comfort indicator telling you how strong his shields actually are. He's not really trying very hard though, he's just sort of flying around hoping that I give up out of boredom. Yeah, but I am in the middle of a battle, dude, so you could offer to give me a hand. Don't grab my ship! 500 credits. Wow. I could give up my life of crime.
Target now locked on gate.
When did you last save the game? Yes. I need to save the game. It's a good call. Please save. Please. Everybody's stress level is now really, really high. Let's take lots of risks, shall we? Oh, save the game! Oh, there's a pirate, literally just coming out of the gate. Right, let me go to my crystal.
Target now.
Not my. I'll go to the crystal place, buy some crystals, and save the game. Will that keep you guys happy? There we go. Never fly without a rebuy. Well, in this case, space insurance. When did you last save the game? We we laugh in the face of danger, and we tweak the nose of the dreadful spindly killerfish. That's what we do on this stream. Some sort of hatch seemed to be in all the. I'm sure some of you are getting that quote.
Target now.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Well, to be fair, we did have a cunning plan for that. It was a cunning plan, wasn't it? It was a very cunning plan. It was more cunning than the fox, who used to be Professor of Cunning at Oxford University, but has since moved on and has become International Head of Cunning Planning, working for the European Union. That's how cunning it was. That's pretty cunning. Old games and old references, yes. Yeah, I'm afraid that's basically what this retro stream is. It's really old quotes from comedy shows of long ago, combined with usual nostalgia about how things used to be so much better in the 70s and 80s. They weren't, by the way. They weren't, but they feel like they were.
Successful.
This is a sticky situation when Sticky the Stickheads got stuck on a sticky. And the occasional mention of Erin Gray just to keep us going, absolutely. Or Anne Lockhart, of course, Anne Lockhart. And spandex. You can't go wrong with a bit of space spandex, can you?
Connection to local.
Right, I'm going to buy a bunch of crystals, however much I can afford with what little money I've got left. And then we will buy some salvage insurance just to keep you guys happy. There we are, a bunch of crystals.
Bought. Resources are not sold.
Okay, there we are, greater profit. Right, I've saved my position. Spandex ballet.
Salvage insurance allowance
Gold.
covered.
The hint in the title is retro. That's just yes. Yeah. It's not so much the games. It's more the streamer. Very cool.
Target now locked on.
Well, at least we think we're
Solar
very cool.
power
We probably
plant.
aren't very cool. But hey, we're having fun. That's basically what it's all about. What's the point of playing games if you're not having any fun,
Target
right?
now locked on. Solar.
Right. We are going to.
Dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Cool. I have the green position lights. We're going for the dock. Right. Let's see how much money my Crystal Fabby places has made. Look at the price of wafers here. Okay, well that'd be quite good. Shame it doesn't make waffles. Waffles would be better than wafers, but silicon waffles. Maybe it doesn't make sense. He's madder than Mad Mac McMad, winner of last year's Mr. Madman competition. Yes, this is very true. Right, here we go.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
It's good to be here, old solar power plant. Oh, look, there goes a freighter. I recognise it now. That's a Taladi Vulture.
Connection
Right,
to
let's
local
sell
trading
the
network
crystals,
established.
because why not? Oh, look, the factory's made me another 10,000 credits. Fair enough.
Crystals
Right,
transferred.
let's transfer the monies, because we like heavy monies. I don't know if I'm making a profit out of all this, but we've done some stuff. That's the that's the main thing. Right, now I want to go north, don't I? North? Yes, north. That's south. So I don't want to go north. Yes, I want to go north. North is where I want to go. Engage. Silicon wafer's a bit crispy. Yeah. Well, ice cream wafers, that would be better. Commander Treasure Blue, 07 Retro
No
Commanders, 07.
aim.
I have got an aim, computer. I know what I'm doing. We're doing stuff. Give me a break. No aim, indeed. Right, let's go back to the...
Target now locked on. Gate size well.
Yeah, go back to the factory. It is a rude computer, isn't it? She should know better. She's quite nice and chatty most of the time, but every so often. Here we go. Let's go back to the silicon mine, see how that's doing, if it's doing things. The computer is just reviewing Drew's last space battle. Yeah. What do you mean? I'm the Celestial Warrior. Oh look, there's a baddie straight in front of us. Oh wow.
Target now locked on.
M5.
Unknown Xenon ship.
Guess what?
On behalf of Chairman Keogh, the
Boom.
Talani Company are grateful for your
Didn't even see what hit him.
of much profit. As a reward, you get 100 credits.
100 credits. Hardly worth getting out of bed for that. Computer says no.
Target now locked on. Talati Vulture.
Too chatty. They make a joke of it in the X Rebirth. One of the NPCs on the ship frequently says, "Shut up, Betty."
No aim.
No aim. There's it is, like down there. I like the way you can see it from a distance. So if I use my zoom in thing, you can see it. Look at that. That's cool. Although the zoom in thing was very expensive, it's basically just leaning forward. That's what it kind of looks like. There's no zoom function, so just move your head close to the object. Alien Resurrection reference, yeah. Battle was over before even the first few bars of funky. Yeah, I didn't give the space funky music chance to get going, did I? Right, okay.
Target now locked on.
Now, the funny thing here,
Silicon mine.
the entrance to the silicon mine is round the back. The ship does not pick up Jazz FM. I think Big Boo, don't you have to adjust your nipple nuts to get Jazz FM? Let me know how well that works for you. I'll send you to Alaska.
Target now locked on. Silicon mine.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Ouch, does not recommend. What about zoom mode? You just move your head close to the object. All the old quotes are still the best. It was a smooth glide triple back
Successfully docked.
with a self-emptying dust bag. I'll call you Susan. Yes. I'll be fine, thank you, Susan. What we need is something really sturdy, about 6 foot long with a flat top.
Connection to local trading menu established.
Oh look, the factory has made me the sum total of 1,710 credits.
It is usually found just below the surface of asteroids and mined in huge silicon mines in space.
Okay, so it hasn't made me a great deal of money, has it? To be fair. But there's quite a few in stock. Okay, and lots of energy cells in stock.
Energy cells are the unified
But people
energy
haven't been
storage
buying the silicon
used
wafers
throughout
very
the whole
much.
known universe.
Only basically only 5 or 6 sold. So is the price too high? Maybe I should undercut the market a bit more.
Of all products.
So okay, my guide says SPP generates 45 energy cells per crystal silicon mine, and that generates 4 silicon wafers for 45 energy cells. Okay. So at the moment, I've set up an amazing business empire, but I haven't made much money. 1,710 credits isn't going to get me very far, is it? But it's going to work now on its own, isn't it? So every so often I can just come back. Do you think the silicon wafer price is too high? That most business, but I think we could undercut the market a tiny bit more and maybe sell a few more wafers. I'm going to take it down to 340. Let's take it down to 330 because that's significant.
New price selected.
There we go. The discount on silicon wafers today. Let's see how well that works.
You can specify at which price other factories and their transporters can buy your product. If your price is competitive, it is more likely other factories and stations.
So I want to corner the market in silicon wafers. Because I'm a venture capitalist now. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. Because there seems to be a lot of stock. So come on, buy my stuff. Okay, so we'll leave that going. I've got the asteroid thingy. They should really be advertising. Yeah, I knew a guy who could take 50 pence a piece and shape it so finely and turn it into a 20 pence piece. Okay, so how much is 45 energy cells? 720 credits. And you sell 4 wafers for that, so 45% profit. That's not a bad profit margin, is it? So in the meantime, setting up a bunch. Maybe we should just go. Let's go and find out. Let's see if we can find another asteroid that's got some. Maybe we can find another asteroid with some.
Target now locked on. Asteroid. An asteroid is one of the smallest natural
Okay, that's silicon
objects.
wafers, but yields 6. That's appalling.
An asteroid is one of the small. Target now locked on.
18. What's that range?
Target now locked on. An asteroid is one of the small.
That's 18 as well.
An target now locked.
18. Not very many silicon ones.
Target now locked on. An asteroid is one of the small.
Okay, so that one's rubbish as well.
Target now locked on. Asteroid. An asteroid is one of the small.
So that one's rubbish as well. Not very many good asteroids around here, are there?
Target. An asteroid is one of the smallest.
Okay, so they're all rubbish. Okay, so there's quite a few other asteroids about, but
Target now.
that one's 18, which isn't great.
Target now.
Silicon wafers, that one's 6, that's appallingly bad. There's a few more down in this general direction, so let's scout about, see what we can find. Are there any other places to make more profits?
Target now locked on. An asteroid is one of the small. Target now. An asteroid is one of the.
No. It's hard earning a living as a miner, isn't it?
An asteroid is one of the small. An target now locked
Silicon
on.
wafers, but only a 6 yield. That's not worth doing. Set the silicon wafer price to 295.
Target
That's
now.
quite low.
An asteroid is one of the smallest
Ooh.
natural objects. In
There's
free
another
space.
one. Okay. There's another one, guys. Okay, that's ASFN 99. That might be your target for next stream then. Okay, so let's go. That's south of. Okay, so you're saying to me set the price to 295. Seriously undercutting the market.
Target now locked on Silicon Mine.
Okay, set the price to 295. So there is another silicon mine opportunity here, so we might set that up next stream.
Target now.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
And there's still a story, yeah. I need to. Well, the thing is, we can't really get much further with the story until we've got some cash to upgrade the ship because we kept running into problems trying to survive.
Successfully docked.
Welcome back to your silicone.
Leave the game running for a few hours if you can. Just sit in the station and wait, or fly around with the seater. Maybe I'll put some string on my joystick and fly the seater around like that. And transfer another 10,000 credits to the silicon mine factory. Does it need more capital?
Connection to
Okay,
local trading
so
network
set that
established.
down to what you're saying.
New price
Okay.
selected.
Transfer lots of monies to the factory. There we go.
Funds transferred.
Okay.
The
Okay,
credits
nobody's
that
buying
this
the silicon
factory
wafers.
made by selling its products can be transferred to your account. Also, credits from your account can be transferred to the factory, so freighters working for you can buy resources.
Okay, so we seem to have. Okay, so there we go. It's got some cash. I haven't got much cash. Let's go to the. Now that that's done, let's go to the crystal place one more time. And then that's probably going to be in the stream. Okay, so we've sort of set up a business empire. That's pretty good. Let's head back down there and check out our crystal place. Okay, so I've set the price low, undercut the market. Let's see how well that goes. Do I like having Drew Inc? Yeah, this is good. I mean, I wanted to make serious money for me. That's the kind of objective. It's nice to be able to run a space empire. I mean, you could just do that just for fun, couldn't you? Undercutting people and profit margins. Then I suppose at some point, in dodgier parts of the game, you have to defend the space station against attack and all that sort of stuff. Max the energy purchased to 8 credits. Okay, what, just to make it cheaper to buy?
Target now locked on. Gate greater profit.
Are they going to struggle to get energy at 8 credits though? Okay, we'll go back and do that then if necessary.
Entering system. Greater profit.
Greater profit. Good name for a system. How much are you selling for? 10.
Target now locked on. Talati Vulture.
Okay, so if you set it to 10 max, at least you know greater profits as far as they'll have to go. Okay, so that's, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. So I might as well match the input output of my energy cell production to what my other, yeah, that makes sense.
No aim.
Thanks, computer. Okay, I'll go back and do that in a minute. Let me just go and extract some monies and some crystals from the over here. We can save our position too.
On Crystal Fab Alpha.
Oh, there's a baddie. There's a baddie. Dun, dun, dun. Which baddie is it? How bad a baddie is it?
Target
There we
now
go.
locked on.
It's an M5.
Unknown
He's
Xenon
dead.
ship.
I'll get the music to have a chance to play first though. Come on, where's the funky music? There it comes.
Target is now in firing range.
The Teladi Company are grateful for your timely help in the saving of much profit. As a reward, you get 100 credits.
Woohoo!
Target now locked on Teladi Vulture.
No.
Target now locked on Crystal Fab Alpha.
This is the Teladi positive. Please dock as soon as you get green
Yeah,
position
the
lights.
baddie's so weak it's not worth. There's quite a jump between the M5s and the M4s, isn't there? The M4s are actually a bit of a challenge. Whereas the M5s are just cannon fodder, really. It is a good game. I mean, it keeps you playing because you want to get on with things, but it takes you quite a while to build up everything that you need to build up, doesn't it? Servicing your little financial empire and everything. Welcome to the new followers there, Andrew. Thank you very much for that.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman
Here we
Kyo,
go.
the Teladi Company are delighted for the
Right, let's go and buy some.
to make great profits with such as you.
Buy some
Welcome on board this Crystal Fab.
crystals. That's right. The M4's always been a more tricky motorway than the M5. Yeah, I don't like the M4 very much. The M5, I don't think I've actually even been on the M5. I've got no reason to go there from where I live.
Established.
Okay, I actually haven't got enough money to buy a ship full of crystals.
Insufficient
In
credits.
insufficient credits.
Crystals are important for the production.
Oh, I'm such a child.
They are produced in crystal fabs. Crystals bought.
Sorry.
Target now locked on solar power plant.
True, yes.
This is your positive.
This is your positive. That's a good message.
Position lights.
Yeah, to find the computer saying 19 somewhere along the line. That would be good. Good stuff. Right, let's dump a bunch of crystals in here. Grab the cash, go back to the other station, set the thing to 10, and then I think we're... Oh, there's a baddie spaceship as well. Although I've got to do the loop, actually, when you think about it.
Welcome back to your solar power plant.
Yeah, because I can't save anywhere. I might go to the Teladi space dock thingy. Mind you, the name Max Wager could work. Yeah, Max Wager's not bad, actually, is it? Max Wager. Right.
Connection to
Okay,
local
so
trading
sell the
network
crystals.
established.
Oh, look. See, this factory's making me a decent profit, unlike my other one.
Crystals transferred.
Let's have some of that money out there. There we go. Look, this one's doing good. Big Boo's already clipped it. Fragile, funny fish, hey girl. What?
Credits
It's
that this factory made by selling its
nice.
products can be transferred.
Yeah, we've got the monies. Right. Let's go back to the other place. They're making a new Max Headroom series. Are they really? I don't know. I vaguely remember the original one, but it was a long, long time ago, wasn't it? Right, let's go back and check out how the thing is doing.
No aim.
I know. Here we go. Back to the gate. 20 minutes into the future, yeah. I saw Big Boo, yeah, I saw all the updates on the cost of the ships. That was very useful. And the cost of the upgrade and stuff. So thank you for doing that. That was a nice touch. Well done. Right, we're going back to Sizewell now. There's a turbo, isn't it?
Engaged.
Turbo engaged.
Entering system. Sizewell.
I like the way there's a turbo. Everything in the 80s and 90s had a turbo on it if it was cool.
Target now locked on.
Turbo.
Turbo engaged.
It's funny because turbos, of course, had a nowadays are totally, every car has got a turbo and nobody bats an eyelid about turbochargers. But back in the day, you had to announce to the world that you had a turbo on your car with big letters down the side of your car, turbo, and on the back, turbo on the thing, and quite often on the bonnet as well. Big deal having a turbo back in the 80s. And of course, Kit from Knight Rider, wasn't it, with the turbo boost? When you press the turbo button, you could jump over obstacles in your car. It's not what turbos do, of course, but it was pretty cool in the 80s. Turbo boost.
No aim. Target now locked.
It's a bit like, odd enough, it's a bit like, for those of you who know, I've got a little MX-5 which has a supercharger on it, which makes it quite an interesting car. But the original inspiration for that, believe it or not, was the Mad Max film, which had a supercharged interceptor, for those of you who've seen Mad Max 2. And the thing is that there's this beautiful scene where the supercharger, it basically has a button in the car where he can switch the supercharger on and off, and you see it spin up and spin down from the outside. It makes for a very cool shot. Unfortunately, it's totally wrong because you can't do that with a supercharger. It's either connected to the engine or it's not. It's not like something you can go, right, I'm going to add the supercharger to the engine now. It's so much wrongness in Hollywood films. But it was cool. Yeah, the idea of supercharging your car has stuck with me ever since I was a kid. Hence I've got a supercharged car now, which is just the thing because it's fun. I can say I've got a supercharged car. Everyone goes, ooh, because that's a bit different from a turbo. Everyone's got a turbo. Not many people have got a supercharger.
Connection to local trading.
Right, how's it? Okay, so the factory has made. Okay, the factory has. We bought a lot of energy cells.
Usually found just below the surface.
We haven't sold anything. What's going wrong? This isn't working. Okay, my business empire seems to be crumpling around. Okay, it's made a total of 4 credits.
You can specify at which price the freighters working for this factory should buy resources.
Add a turbo to the FTL drives in your new Hugara books. Yes, that's the thing. Okay, so what's going wrong here, guys? Nobody's buying my silicon wafers for some reason. Got loads in stock, but nobody's buying them. Do I just need to leave it? Okay, I will sell. Okay, so basically I just need to leave this alone. It was a Mad Max Nitro boost, yeah. Nitro is another thing that's not done correctly in film. Okay, well maybe I'll just leave that alone because we seem to have a lot of stock. Or I could sell them at the Crystal Fab. I suppose I could, but yeah. But maybe I'll just leave it now because if I don't put any more money into it, because it's spent all my money at the moment, I'm much poorer than I was at the beginning of the stream. So, is it making me any money, or is this thing running at a loss? I'll leave it. We'll let it run. What I'll do now is I'm out of time. Let me go and save my position back in. Actually, I can save my position somewhere close by, can't I? Let's do that. And then we'll come back and see if it's going to make us some money, because the solar power plant works really rather well. But we don't seem to have yet made much cash. I've invested. Is that what I've done? just hope you don't go bust. Well, there's energy cells there to keep it running. But like you say, I'm not entirely convinced. There's the thing. Let's go down there. We'll save the game down there. Can I save the game at the shipyard? Or do I need to go to the space station? We haven't been to the space station. Let's go to the space station. That looks like the door on the front there. You hope so. So I've been following you guys' advice. I know you use the trade station. Okay. It's a spinny space station as well, isn't it? So.
Target now locked.
This is positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Okay, we have green position lights. And we will see whether we do actually make any profits. But it's got loads of energy cells to keep itself running. We've set the price low. This is where you donate the remaining funds to the space Tories. Oh, imagine that. And they give you a 1 billion credit contract. Yeah, that's basically what I'm missing. Obviously, we need to lobby some politicians. That's definitely the way to success, isn't it? Let's do a rotating docking because elite skills. Ugh, actually, that wasn't very good.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keel,
So we have built some stuff.
to make great profits with such
Hopefully it'll make us some profits. We'll leave it alone now and see. Come back and see if it's made some money. Whereas the crystal one seems to do quite well. It makes quite a bit of cash. But it's just tough keeping it.
Connection to local trading network established.
Okay.
Mud.
Salvage insurance. Look, I've got 122 credits. That's all I've got to my name, but I've got 2 fabs, I suppose. Yeah, well, there we go. Right, well, thank you very much, everybody. Hope you for your assistance, or lack of it, or both. And the retro nostalgia, and the Blackadder quotes, and the Red Dwarf quote, of course, and the Ray. Thank you very much for everybody who's been watching. Have yourself a fantastic weekend, my friends, and ease yourself now into the rest of Saturday. Take it easy. It's very important to take it easy. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you back on Monday, of course, my writing stream. Thursday is No Man's Sky. The retro stream, I'm afraid, will not be here next Saturday. Apologies for that, because I will be driving to Scotland to drop my son off to university. So yeah, so apologies. No retro stream next weekend, I'm afraid. Sorry. I will be in a car. Doing this, basically travelling from one place to another, carrying stuff. So be good. See you soon. See you in a couple of weeks for the retro stream. And as always, right on, Retro Commanders. See you soon.